Wow, check out that beautiful bright sun. Hi guys. Finally we have some decent weather in Melbourne. Beautiful one day and perfect the next. Definitely not yet. Currently right on 25 Celsius outdoors under the ice cream bean tree. Wow, wow, wow. The first day of spring, guys. Look what I just found on the ground. It's the original tag for this 12-year-old cherry moya. See it there? Wow, it's on the ground. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh, sorry, Rollinia, which is right there. I don't know if that'll come through. It's still alive. Lost all its leaves at the end of summer, but it's still green when I scratch it. Scratched it there yesterday. Let's give it another scratch. Brown there. Okay, green down there, all the way down there. This is like my backup Rollinia to go with the one I showed you in the previous video. If it doesn't make it, I'll just plant something else there. So it looks like I have a dead Bowen mango here, which gives me a new space for a new tree. And right beside it I have this spot here where I pulled a plum out in late autumn. So that's 2 spots for new trees. I have 3 new citrus trees. 2 of them I got last autumn, back in March. And this one here, I picked up only about a month and a half ago from Dailies. So they're all citrus. This one's a calamansi or calamandan. That one's the imperial mandarin. And this one here is the Maya lemon. So yeah, these are gotta go somewhere. These 3. And I haven't worked out where yet. This one is a dwarf, and the mandarin's a dwarf, and the calamansi, calamandan, is a full-sized. Decisions, guys. And right here underneath the cherry tree, which is still sleeping, a volunteer Cape Gooseberry has appeared over winter. Unbelievable. And for real, this guy's serious. I never planted this here, and he's already got flowers. He wants a fruit. Oh, he has fruited. Oh my gosh. There you go. Volunteer Cape Gooseberry under the cherry tree, and it wasn't put here by me. Amazing. Collard plant is shooting out new flowers here. I got this one from Dailies again last summer, and we've been picking these green leaves all winter. Beautiful. Thank you very much. It's actually almost 2 meters in height. So some of you might be asking, why am I always pimping Dailies? Guys, I pimp whoever delivers the goods, and that's exactly what they've been doing ever since I began to deal with them. So of course I'm gonna pimp them. And I don't have any ties or connection with them at all. They just do a great job, and they deserve all the pimping that I give them. So I've really gotten stuck into the garden today. I've been out here since 9 o'clock this morning, and now it's lunchtime. I'm going to be potting up soon one of the mangoes, which is in a small pot. And I already cleared all this here, which was full of canna lilies. I decided to get them out because they were like invasive. See those there? And I want the bananas to grow here instead, together with these elephant ears. I also did a lot of weeding here this morning, pulling out more lilies, as you can see over there, and grass, which was running all along this border here, all along. So I was on my hands and knees, and it's so much neater now. You can even see the little Kiwi Berry, which wasn't visible in all the mess here, lilies and grasses, and I just cleared it all out. So much nicer. You can even see the clevia, which is ready to flower now. Yeah, many of you weren't aware that I've got a Kiwi Berry. I decided to plant it here so I can climb up this wire about 3 years ago, and it hasn't done anything until now. Now meaning now that it's starting to show signs of possibly flowering. I don't know, but good signs, looking good, right? They look like flower buds coming to me. Could be wrong. If I can get this camera to focus. There you go. Yep. So the Kiwi Berry finally comes alive, and I have a lot of new ginger that I planted here last summer. Look at this, 1 year's growth. Oh my god, I didn't realize it was going to grow so quick. Yeah, beautiful. So I've got it to grow around these bananas. So we'll see how that works out for aesthetics and tropical beauty. And right behind me is this fella here, the 12-year-old or 11-year-old macadamia. 12, 11, I'm not sure. It's massive. Last year I gave it a butchering. I took off about 4 feet, over a meter from the top. So that's it up there. It's standing at 4 meters. It was 5 meters last summer, and it's almost back. It's almost grown back, guys. This thing's a monster, and as you can see, it's got all these new shoots coming all around, and I think I can smell flowers coming in here too. They're spread out. There's one there. See that? Very hard to see. They're like invisible. There you got some nuts that have formed already, that came over autumn. Well, it flowered in autumn, and it's fruiting now in winter/spring, and I can see some flowers behind it. See that? Well, above it. Some more flowers there. There. Slowly but surely coming. So as I move from the macadamia to come under the loquat, which is this one here, is around 25, 26 years old. And it truly is like a tropical jungle under here, guys, with this beautiful Loquat. Actually, there's two of them. I'll show you. See the two trunks? One at the back and one right next to me where I'm leaning. Yeah, every year I have to come around and cut all these cuttings. I wish I had a jackfruit this vigorous, and that's my hope someday, to have a jackfruit here in Melbourne, the size of this loquat, guys. I mean, look at this. It's massive, and as I said, I keep butchering it every year. Like, I take away 20 to 30% of the tree, and I don't see why I shouldn't be able to have a jackfruit this big. It's just a matter of getting it started. The first 3-4 years, that's what it's all about. In here is also the bird of paradise, which has been growing for the last 15 years. So you got the macadamia in there and the loquat here. They're touching. Beautiful. Love it. So all this debris that falls here under the jackfruit is good mulch for the tree, and I've put a border with this trunk from the jacaranda that I cut down last summer. So all the leaves that fall on that side of the loquat, I feed to the trees as mulch. Have a look. The first customer to receive the loquat leaves as mulch was the Pinkerton last week or 2 weeks ago. See what I've done? All the trees that I've pulled out, like the plum trees and the pear tree, I cut them up with a chainsaw for edging, and then I put a wire there so the birds won't pull out the leaves, which is exactly what they've done here. Have a look at this. See that? They managed to find a way to do some mess right there in the corner, right there. I'll stick their face in there and do as much damage as I can. So even with a near perfect job, they managed to mess it up for me. Thank you. Anyway, so the Pinkerton's gonna really enjoy that mulch. And speaking of the Pinkerton, it's doing really well. It's coming up with a lot of flower buds all over the tree, just like the Forte over here. Now with the lamb has, there's no new indicators yet of a revival, but we're waiting. We're crossing our fingers, and I gave him the same treatment too. Gave him a barrel full of loquat leaves, and pushed down with wood wire, the green wire there, so nothing gets out of there, so it can get sucked down by the soil for hopefully a recovery sometime in spring for the lamb has. Lamb has avocado, by the way. The green sapote is coming up really nicely. It started taking off about a month ago, at the beginning of August. It's got this nice big flush head on the top, which is what I want to see on the Kensington Pride seedling, which I unveiled a few days ago. Look at that. Green sapote, loving Melbourne's cool weather. This is all winter growth, not spring growth. There's 3 loquat trees that I potted up recently, which I've had for a couple of years in pots, and now they're gonna just go wild with these new larger pots. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might plant them out as companion trees around the garden, but I don't want them as big as that, right? That's way big enough, or too big. The original loquat I showed you before, and that's the one there I planted myself from a seed. Look how big it got. That's from a seed in only 5-6 years. Yeah, look at that. So loquat here is like the king of tropical fruit. I've done some more mulching here as well under the Hass avocado, which I do every year at this time. This is a spent banana that I harvested, and just chop it up and feed it to the avocado, and that together with combined with compost and liquid fertilizer through spring and summer will see it push out a lot of fruit, hopefully. We're down to the last 20 avocados, guys, before we're done from last summer's crop. On the Hass. I've also mulched the jabuticaba with a lot of pine needles. Did that yesterday from the ground, from the pine tree that the neighbor has. Thank you very much, neighbor. That gets done once or twice a year. And the reason I do that is because jabuticaba likes acidic soil. So acidic soil means pine needles. The tree itself is also getting ready to shoot out flower buds, as you can see here, all across the stem. Last spring I gave it a good haircut all the way at the bottom, and I was thinking of doing that again now, and removing these obstacles so the sun can touch the bark. But because some videos show that and others don't, so I'm not sure whether I should do that now or just leave it. This is the North American native pawpaw, which is waking up. It's been waking up for a month, the whole month of August, and now it's finally ready to pop open some of these flower buds. So he's hoping for some fruit, for first fruits on the pawpaw. There's quite a few of these flower buds throughout the tree. There's about 20-25. This is the larger of the two that are planted here, and over there I have the pollinator. This one is a smaller one. They were both bought and planted the same time. I'm hoping this is a different variety, and it looks like it is, because the bud formation is behind. It's about 2 weeks behind the other one. Like, these buds haven't swollen fully. They're just starting to swell. And that's what we want. We want two different varieties. See that, how small it is? Very small. So that's the the second one I showed you, and over there's the main one over there, the bigger one that's already swollen. It's almost twice as big. I've got 2 more American pawpaws, which I got from Daly's at the end of summer, back in February, March, as a backup, and also to plant out, but I haven't worked out where to plant them yet. Yeah. And this one is waking up as well. So I just have them sitting there. They've been there all winter, just sleeping. And this is where I had a plumeria, not a plumeria, a prune, which I pulled out because it was diseased. A 15, 16-year-old prune. And I pulled it out. So there's another planting space that's ready to go for a new tree. But I won't be putting the pawpaws there. They don't like sun for the first 3 years, direct sun. And that's exactly what's behind me, full sun. And the other big boy that I pulled out was this pear tree a couple of months ago, or actually almost 3 months ago now. So these will be used for borders, edging, and I'm gonna, as I said once before, I'm gonna be planting one tree here and the other tree over here. So this space will give me 2 trees and the potential for a 3rd tree in the middle there under the table. Yeah, so 1 pear space will give me 3 trees, 2 or 3 trees. I'm taking advantage of this beautiful weather, guys, to film the first video for spring. So I'll be back with part 2. This was only part 1. Please come back and continue watching. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're enjoying spring as well, wherever you are in Australia, and see you soon. Bye, guys.